And Happy New Year to all of you. Um, I again this year I'm on appropriations, social services, and I'm a ranking member on that. Transportation, can care oversight. Remember that's our privatized Medicaid. And my new committee this time is redistricting, and that's something we do every 10 years. We based on the census and our population in the state. I want to thank all of you for your reports. Having served on the school board for 8 years, I understand what those issues really are, as I think all of my legislative friends do. It's extremely important. And yesterday, our delegation, some of us, met on Zoom for the first time with 9 different Lawrence organizations, and we heard their concerns and the things that they liked, and they thanked us for some of the things we did as well. And we do that every year, and we know when after we meet with them, we know we're about to go to the legislature. I would like to just comment on not repeating things, but unemployment and Department of Labor, because we've received so many phone calls. There are so many people in our state are unemployed that are desperately looking for those checks to come into them. And they have kept us pretty busy. And I know people have complained about the Department of Labor, but they have really increased their staff by over 125. They've been trying to keep up. They're working long hours. I know that doesn't help the person that really needs to have their checks, but I do want people to know that Department of Labor is really trying, and as legislators, we are trying as well. The word unprecedented has been used so often, and I'm going to use it again because our session in the legislature will be just that. We will be using all of our space in order to social distance, and we'll be using the galleries, we'll be using the floor. We may not even have pages this year, and we'll be using their space. We will not have interns this year, so everything will look different. But we will have legislature and try to get our business done. All 13 of the committee rooms will be equipped so that public can have participation, and that will be different. We may not be going there every day, but we will be voting at least once a week. I'm lucky and I'm fortunate. I serve on leadership. That's 6 of your elected officials on both sides by your own caucus. So we've been kept abreast of what's going on, and we've been working really hard in that respect. Other things I would just like you to know, and I realize about our time, is that this summer we had a mental health modernization committee, and I was on that committee because I also serve on social services. And that mental health committee was one of the best committees I have ever served on in the legislature. We worked all summer, and we formed 3 working groups, and we made our own recommendations, and the recommendations were what we needed to do immediately, what we would try to do in the 2 and 3 year mark, and the other was how much longer would it take us to do that. I think you will find if we can get some of these recommendations, that will improve our mental health in this state tremendously. We have community mental health centers, but they take everybody regardless of ability to pay, and yet sometimes we don't fund them, and that's a legislative initiative that was made many years ago. I would just say to you, my goals, of course, is Medicaid expansion. They will fight us all the way because they don't want it, but that could be 150,000 people that could be insured, and I think that's extremely important. So we will be pushing for that. Social services is always in our need, and I just told you about our mental health. One of the things we're happy about, social services asked also the Department of KDET to look at Osawatomie, our mental health facility that no one can check themselves in. Is it voluntary unless a judge or doctor order or whatever? Well, one of the things they worked on with the comprehensive plan, and hopefully if things stay on target, by July of 2021, Osawatomie will be available for other people to use, and it will not be closed. And that's a really big one for us. And that's one that I initiated, that I pushed, and my colleagues backed it because they know how important it is. And so we're very pleased with that. I would also say that you don't hear much about it, but getting guns off campus is still a top priority for me. Faculty do not want it. Parents have voiced their concerns for it, and I will continue to push for that and offer legislation as well. So I would say to you, it is still exciting after all of these years to serve in the legislature, because every year is different. And we try our best to make a difference. But it is one of the greatest honors of my life to be able to do this on behalf of all Kansans, but especially our Lawrence community. And I want to thank Chamber and all of you for being here this morning, but especially I want you to know I heard your reports, and we will do the best job we can. Happy New Year.